Hi there, this is a pick a card reading for the next 7 days for you. So it is a timeless reading. Whenever you click on this, whenever you want to watch this reading, this is going to outline your next 7 days, and we're going to look to see what the next 7 days are also bringing you. So we've got here three wonderful groups. We've got here Inspiration with the Cauldron, and this beautiful, beautiful yellow crystal. We have here Forest with the green crystal. And then we also have here Roots with this nice fiery pink crystal right there. So whichever one you're most drawn to is going to be the reading for you. And yeah, so do take your pick. And whilst you do that as well, I do want to mention, of course, the timestamps are in the description box below. However, the other thing I really want to mention is that if you would like to win a free reading with me, do check out the description box below, since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information is also all in the description box below. They're done within 24 to 48 hours. Last thing I want to mention is my intention bracelets are on Etsy. So I'm actually wearing a bunch of them here. One second. Oh my gosh, I'm getting tangled with all of the things that I have on the side of my table. So I'm wearing the love bracelets as well. This is obviously my own personal bangle. That's like mine. But this here is the love bracelet. I'm also wearing the soulmate, twin flame, and the singles bracelet, as well as one of the adjustable tie evil eye bracelets as well. These are all on Etsy, so if you are interested, do check those out. They're meditated with, they're saged, and they're there to remove obstacles and challenges from different areas of your life. There's also tassels, teas, anklets, all sorts. The review section is on there as well, so do check that out if you're interested. I am definitely really excited about the review section for sure, so yeah, do check that out as well. And we're going to get started. So finally, you're probably thinking, finally, yes. So let's begin. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move these to the side. Okay. Alright, so group number one, we're going to have a look and see what the next 7 days are going to be bringing you, and what's in store, what's going to be happening. So you've chosen here the yellow crystal, which is absolutely stunning. Let's just put it right here. Oh my gosh, I'm like sneezing. I don't know, is someone going to catch a cold here? I hope not. But I'm going to sneeze again. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again, but you know, let's hold it. Let's hold it. Okay. So we've got here the card of inspiration. I'm really excited to see what tarot cards come through as well. Okay, and let's have a look. And also I'm going to be using the self-care deck as well. Just gonna grab that. Okay. So let's have a look and see. I'm also doing a charm reading as well, so stay tuned. Make an altar. Okay. Let's see what else. And I'm also going to get a love message as well. So you've got the Eight of Swords here. Ooh, Knight of Wands. You know, Knight of Wands is very creative, and I definitely feel like you're going to be putting your creative hat on in the next 7 days. So there's definitely some creative energy that I'm most certainly picking up on. Inspiration, of course, is about taking inspiration from things as well. It's about maybe you go somewhere and it really inspires you to maybe redecorate your space, right? Because we have got here make an altar. So this is very much so about making a little space for yourself that is maybe spiritual, or maybe really enlightening, or maybe it is religious, and it just makes you feel makes you feel good. It's a little like feel good space, and that's really what I see here, is that I feel like you may be feeling a little bit trapped with this Eight of Swords, and I feel like this creative energy that you have will free you a lot more. It's the kind of energy that I'm really picking up on. So of course, you know, with this make an altar, what do we have here? We of course have you know, a photo of a goddess right there. You know, it really does, to me, I feel like it really symbolizes the goddess Lakshmi. I feel like it, because I feel like there's a like lotus there as well. Regardless, it's just a goddess. But what we do have here is perhaps this is also about prayer as well, trying to free yourself from difficult situations, and getting quite creative with some spiritual practices or things that you're doing around the home that makes you feel good, that makes you feel energetic, that makes you feel alive and happy and well, you know. And then we've also got here some, we've got I don't want to say statue necessarily, because it could be a god, right? But you've got here like a deity, right? You've also got here flowers and a candle. It's very relaxing. So whatever I feel you're going to do over the next 7 days is to try and relax your soul and to free your soul. That's the kind of energy I see here, because a lot of you have been feeling really trapped, perhaps in career-related events, or even in terms of love. Perhaps you felt a little trapped, not knowing which direction to go in. Well, this is about freeing yourself, taking care of yourself first, right? So that is literally what we do have right here. And I think the beautiful thing about inspiration is also about courage. It's about really just also meditating on your sacral chakra as well. I see a lot of you doing meditation for sure, and that card is really illustrating it quite significantly as well. And the reason I say sacral chakra is because the sacral chakra is yellow. You've got a lot of yellow here. It could also be that you're going out and enjoying the sunshine, right? The Knight of Wands, I mean, Knight of Wands is in the middle of a desert, you know, which also indicates sand as well. So it could be that maybe you're making something out of sand, or there's something about sand that I'm seeing here. It could be perhaps going to the beach. There's something about that that's coming through here. Basically, I see a lot of yellow. So it could also be that you're, over the next 7 days, majority of the foods that you eat are yellow, which I know is interesting, but it can be a thing. Maybe you're making some soups and some special potions, lotions, body care products. You're really into that, or you're making them, but also cooking as well, because when I'm thinking of that inspiration card, it can mean many, many things. But I also feel that this really is about you trying to free yourself in many ways, and taking care of yourself when you feel like you need to do it the most. Let's get one of these as well. Okay, we've got lots of different cards, which I'm really excited about, in all honesty. So let's see what comes through here. Okay, let's take this one that's just flipped over. A lot have flipped over, but I'm just going to take this one. So this one says Lotus Born. Oh my gosh, right? Wasn't I literally just saying that there's a lotus there? I feel like that's a lotus, okay? I feel like it. And something that I did mention. So we've got here, your innermost being is eternally pure. No matter what has transpired, what you have done, or what you have failed to do, there is a light within that can never be sullied. Release your shame, embrace your true nature. Isn't that what we've been talking about? First of all, you know, what's really fascinating to me here is that we spoke about lotuses before. Some of you may be praying to a god, right? Some of you might specifically be praying to the goddess of wealth, the goddess of prosperity, the goddess of abundance, the goddess of beauty, who is known to be goddess Lakshmi. Aside from that, if you're not really, you know, praying, or you're more spiritual than maybe religious, I do feel here that, you know, the lotus here really does, it I can't even speak, it's Mercury retrograde, oh my god. It symbolizes prosperity, it symbolizes this really strong auspicious energy of things flowing towards you, abundance specifically. So what I see here is that your innermost being, it is pure. All right, and no matter what has happened that's kept you stuck and stagnant, like this Eight of Swords, right? Whatever's transpired, like it says, what you've done or what you failed to do, as we see here. Basically, the Knight of Wands shows the light, and we did see here with the yellow, this here specifically symbolizes the light, right? It is essentially the sun. And so that is within you, and you can really extract that with meditation, making an altar, taking care of yourself, being creative, unleashing that energy, because you're not going to stay trapped forever. I feel like within the next 7 days you will free yourself, and also it will release any shame that you have, any guilt that you have. So this is literally telling you that the flower is going to bloom. It will bloom, and that it's going to be okay. Whatever you're dealing with, perhaps it's a difficult relationship situation, perhaps it's something that's not made you feel so good, something that's made you feel shameful, something that has really upset you. Well, I feel like you're going to free yourself from all of that. I really do believe it, and I really feel it as well. So I want to get a love message as well for you as well, just because obviously I think that it's important we do so. So let me just... There's a very clear message, right? Very clear message. Children. Okay, so your love life is being affected by children. This is really interesting because for some of you, you may have children, or you may be going through some kind of maybe custody or legal issues with children. Now, I'm fully aware that many of you do not have children, and that this can actually mean essentially freeing yourself, like how a child plays, how a child feels free, how a child just goes and does what they want, and they feel good and they feel happy, and they're playful, even if there's something not so great has happened and it's made them really upset. They then sort of cleanse and kind of go and do something else. So to me, this children card here is about healing your inner child. And I also feel here that many of you may feel trapped because perhaps in childhood you were treated a certain way, and that's affecting how you feel right now about certain things. Remember, our childhood is a reflection a lot of the times of how we feel, how we do certain things, how we move forward. It's one of those things. So I do feel here that your inner child is really the big focus here. And I also feel here that for some of you it can literally be that perhaps the aspect of children is really just a lot. In the next 7 days, perhaps there's a lot going on, that you're doing a lot for them, and it maybe gives you less time to do things for yourself. So it's just something to very much so keep aware of. So that's what we've essentially got here, but I feel for a lot of you this is about healing the inner child, and really taking care of yourself and putting yourself first and foremost on the, I'd say like on the pedestal, putting yourself first. So let's go to the charms. Okay, I'm just going to place it right on top, to be honest. Okay. Okay, I don't know why I'm doing this, like there's nothing stuck on my hands. Okay, I'm just going to turn the brightness up a bit. So we've got here the clear love heart. It's interesting, not a specific love message did come through in this reading, which is interesting. So, take it as that, but I feel like this is about you having a very pure heart. And the next 7 days here is really, I think there's a definite healing message that's coming through. Maybe if you made a mistake at work or with your family or with friends, this is really about releasing that and not holding on to that. I think that's really important. We've also got here the peace symbol. So again, this is about having that peace. It's about really not allowing that to overrule everything else that's going on for you. This peace symbol, I think, is very significant because it's showing that things like meditation, maybe things, that you're embarking on. And also, The peace symbol very much so does represent that more peace and prosperity are coming your way over the next 7 days. It's also saying don't beat yourself up over the next 7 days, because again, you may feel a lot of that shame, guilt, regret that is creeping up with whatever it is that you're dealing with. And for some of you, this can be to do with trauma, it can be to do with a breakup. So I'm just sort of feeding you the things that I'm seeing, because I do see a pair of scissors here. So perhaps there's been a separation, or there's just been something that maybe you have cut and maybe you regret cutting it. And yeah, there's definitely, with this pair of scissors that is coming through here. So perhaps some of you are really dealing with those aspects and those issues. Now, it's really interesting because, the scissors also represents a transformation and a change. Some of you might literally be getting a haircut or some kind of drastic change, making a drastic change in your appearance, which I think is very, very interesting. Also, when people do oftentimes go through breakups, especially women, I feel, they really do go through these changes quite significantly. I mean, I think men do it too, but I really feel like, like cutting a lot of hair off or like dyeing it another colour, it's a pretty big thing. But yeah, that's what we've got there. It's interesting we've got the scissors, because this is like, cutting out and transforming. You've also got butterflies as well, which also showcases transformation. You've got a golden butterfly, a silver butterfly. So this is really about not being stuck or not being in the cocoon anymore, surrounded by dark, right? Which is about feeling trapped. This is about freeing yourself. Look at this knight taking off like the butterfly, right? This is about taking off and not being scared, really, of being in this particular place. Because look at this person, right? What do they gain out of feeling trapped like this? Nothing, just pure sadness and frustration. Whilst, and the thing is, this person is by themselves, right? Anyway, so if you're by yourself or you're really in your own energy in that sense, it's really about maintaining that and taking care of yourself more so. I know that it's really hard sometimes if there has been a separation or anything like that. It's very, very hard to kind of like take care of yourself in that sense, because you feel completely alone, isolated at times, even if there's people around you. But this energy versus this energy, you see the knight is also by themselves. Yes, they're with a horse, but it's an animal. And at the end of the day, this is being strong and brave. And this is, really not feeling great. But in life, we go through both aspects. It's how long we stay stuck in that energy, which is really the key, right? So what I see here and what I feel is really, really important is you have got this moon. The moon is beautiful. Just look at that, right? It's got an angel wing. It's got a crown on top of it. This is about you using your intuition. It's not about staying stuck at all. It's also got some little love hearts that are punched out in the moon as well. It's also about cycles and phases. So this week is perhaps for some of you a difficult one. It's perhaps challenging. There may also be a very specific moon phase that takes place. Perhaps it's a full moon, or even a new moon. Depends when you're watching this, of course, because some of you may be watching this somewhere in the future, but there could be an interesting moon phase when you're watching this, and it can be about releasing the old and manifesting the new. So that's very interesting as well, especially with the angel wing and the crown. This shows that you have a lot of power, you have a lot of strength. Don't ever be afraid of your strength and your power. And also there's a big transformation change for sure coming your way, where you're not going to stay stuck forever. You've got a dog here, which symbolises loyalty. For some of you, you may literally have a dog, so this is kind of like taking care of them over the next 7 days. But if you don't have a dog, this is also about loyalty, loyalty to yourself. We also have here imagine, so imagine all of those possibilities. Also, your imagination, especially with the inspiration card, is really running quite wild. So again, you might get really, really creative again with your looks, with what you're eating, how you're in your own space, maybe making an altar, etc. We've also got here the Gemini charm as well, which also, by the way, looks to me like children, right? And it pretty much reminds me of this card. Look at that, right? So that's really interesting here as well. And I think that this is also about holding the hand of your inner child. This can be about some of you having, of course, children as well. Maybe find out some interesting news over the next 7 days. But it really does depend, because there's a lot of different, there's a lot of people in different scenarios watching this reading, but this also really does represent taking care of yourself as well, and being like holding the hand of your inner child. Also Gemini energy as well. Some of you may be Gemini, you may know a Gemini, or simply it just is showing that energy of twins, where it's about taking care of yourself as well, and that's what I'm seeing. Okay, so we've got here, drive safe. I need you here with me. So that's interesting. You might be making a trip to a loved one, or going to see a loved one. Some of you might be driving. If you don't own a car, can just be, safe travels as well, which I see here with the Knight of Wands, which I think is quite interesting as well. So yes, group number 1, this is what I see over your next 7 days. There's quite a lot happening, and I do feel like the energies are quite heavy as well. So there's a lot of this energy of you really taking care of yourself and trying to put yourself first, looking after yourself and trying to do the best that you can for you. That's essentially what I see. So if this reading resonated, please do like this video. Don't forget to like this video and of course subscribe, like I just mentioned, but do let me know in the comment section below how it resonates, and definitely do take care of yourself as well. That would be, wonderful, because things are looking a bit difficult here, but you will take care of yourself, I'm sure, and you will rise above this. So yes, this is your reading. Definitely do take care. I'm now going to move on to group number 2's reading. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So yes, take care everyone. Alright, group number 2, this is your reading with me. So let me just take out this crystal. Alright, so group number 2. You've got this beautiful green crystal. Alright, just going to put it right there. And you've got the card Forest. Okay. Okay, Forest. Let's see what's coming through with your cards. So first I'm going to start with a self-care card. Ooh, got 2 here. So it says dance and also drink tea. Alright, let's go with the Lovers, the Romance Angel Oracle cards, that's what they're called. Got here, oh, interesting. Children. I'm gonna grab another one as well. I feel like group 2, you're gonna get like, double cards, like 2. Okay, let's see. Oh, 3, okay. We got here trust with make the effort. And we are gonna get some tarot cards out as well. Let's get one more. Okay. Alright, and last card is going to be, so just put these down. So you got the Hermit, King of Swords, and the 9 of Cups. Message we have here. Okay, there you go. There's all your cards. Wow, got a really interesting spread here. Okay, so let's start with this message. It says here, heart's desire. The manifestation of your heart's desire contains the seeds of fulfillment for many beings. Ask and I shall help you attain your destiny in a way that benefits all. So this is essentially the divine saying that the manifestation, of your heart's desire contains the seeds of fulfillment for many beings. So it's not just about one specific person, it's not just about you. Your heart's desire affects many people around you because you care about many, many people. And to be honest, this energy of forest is absolutely beautiful. It's green, and green represents the heart chakra. We also know that spending time in nature activates the heart chakra. And when we think about, the forest, we think about, trees and lots of active growth, right? Of plants and nature, wildlife. There's a lot happening there. So that reminds me of the, seeds of fulfillment, essentially. And then also we've got here the green crystal as well. This really, to me, is saying that over the next 7 days, I feel that some of you may be taking a walk in nature, in the forest perhaps, if you do live near one. Obviously, be careful. Just gonna say, sometimes people get lost in forest. Not saying that you will, but it's just, I just want to say, do be careful. So I see here a lot of emphasis on your heart chakra. I also see a lot of emphasis here on nature. So maybe you go for a hike, you take a walk in the park, you meditate outside, for example, or you take a book outside and you're reading. Again, in nature, hearing the birds chirp. It really is going to manifest your heart's desire and help you quite a lot in that sense. What do we have here? Drink tea, right? You've got this woman here with this pajama set, I believe, with this print of the herbs, right, and the leaves. So really interesting that you've got forest, but you've also got the herbs as well, which kind of leads. What's the word? It's not leads, but it comes from the outdoors, right? Herbs, they're from the outdoors, and the drink tea is also taking all of that in, right? Obviously, you don't take in all of the leaves and stuff. You have the you make tea in that way, right? Where you're anyways, you know what I mean here. But yeah, that's really interesting that you've got here drink tea, where you've literally got the tea with the loose leaf inside of it, or perhaps the tea bag, but it's really interesting how that's come through as well. We also have here, ask and I shall help you attain your destiny in a way that benefits all. So the more you connect to yourself, the more you connect to your heart chakra, the more you are manifesting your true desire. I think that's really beautiful here, because your heart's desire is really going to manifest, I feel. And what's beautiful is that you've got the green, you picked the green group, and then you got heart's desire, which I think is amazing. You've also got here make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So I feel like one of your biggest things that you want to manifest over the next 7 days is great love, true love, and I feel like this is what you're making the effort to do. For those of you in connections, perhaps you want it to get stronger, your love life. Trust, okay, this situation is calling for you to have faith. So again, it's really about trusting yourself and manifesting this as well. As we see there, you've also got children. Your love life is being affected by children. For some of you, I feel like you really wish to have perhaps more children, and that's something that is coming through, in the next 7 days. Perhaps this is something that you see in your dreams that you're really called to do or have. And remember, again, take things easy, try not to stress, so again, drinking tea, calming your energy, meditating, moving your body and dancing can be something that's really great as well. So over the next 7 days, you're manifesting your heart's desires. And it's not just to do with manifesting, for example, lover. It's also about perhaps wanting your family to be safe, healthy and happy, wanting your friends to also be safe, healthy and happy, wanting yourself to also be safe, healthy and happy here as well. So with dance as well, some of you might be just letting loose. You may be a professional dancer, but I just see here that you might be dancing to your favourite songs, enjoying music, enjoying yourself, dancing around the living room, dancing around in your room, this kind of thing, you know, putting on your favourite music. And then the Hermit here as well is showing this energy of isolation. So over the next 7 days, you might be spending more time by yourself, which is coming through. This is going to allow you to really know what it is that you want, because the Hermit really carries that light, and essentially they light up their own path with what they want to go down the avenue of doing. So that's the Hermit, you know, really lighting up their own path by thinking and concentrating in their own energy. King of Swords here is really showing a lot of activity and a lot of energy around communication towards yourself, and perhaps even communicating with others, but I do see you spending a lot more time by yourself here. King of Swords is also about thinking about, you know, career or education, because some of you might be in education, and thinking about the path and the direction you want to go in. A lot of what I see here is manifestation, looking after yourself, and essentially just really focused on the things that you want to manifest. So King of Swords is also about having authority. You want to be powerful, you want to be strong, you want to be heard, you want to be listened to. You don't want to be tucked away in a tiny little corner in like the middle of nowhere. You just really want to be heard and supported. Nine of Cups is beautiful as well, because it shows like a wish, and it shows fulfillment, it shows happiness, it shows joy. It shows things really coming together and you feeling so much stronger and much happier as well, which I think is obviously really wonderful. So that is what we have right there. Yeah, this is about you essentially manifesting, right? Because Nine of Cups is about a wish, and it's also about what you want to do, what you feel most happiest doing as well, which is, I think, really about family, friends, taking care of yourself. So the next 7 days is you doing things for yourself. It's about you putting yourself on the pedestal, looking after yourself, being true to yourself. I see a lot of like leaves and trees and things like that. You might be actually wearing clothes that actually have floral prints on them, which I think is very, very interesting, or wearing a lot of green, for example. And I see you perhaps also eating a lot of green foods. So for example, leafy vegetables, right? But that's literally what I'm seeing. It's so interesting. But I see here a lot of leaves and a lot of trees, and whether that's you spending time again in those areas, or whether it's you literally drinking tea. It's interesting. It's really, really interesting. So we're going to go to the charms now to see what charm messages we have coming through. But here you are in the next 7 days trying to manifest all of your heart's desires, and also really activating your heart chakra in a very, very powerful way, as we mentioned. So let's go to your charms now. Okay, we've got quite a few. We've got also the bicycle as well. So some of you might be taking, you know, like a very, very long bike ride. It's really interesting because this also shows travelling as well. For those of you that can't ride a bike, it just shows travelling or walking. But basically it shows you perhaps taking some form of like a nice little trip. I also can't ride a bike. Fun fact. Could probably ride a tricycle, but yeah. Okay, so we got here 2 moons. Very, very interesting. Okay, so there could be a very interesting moon phase when you're watching this. I know that when I'm going to be posting this video, there's going to be a full moon coming up, which is also a very powerful full moon. But regardless, whenever you're clicking on this video, because it's a timeless reading, there could be a very interesting moon phase. So do make note of that. The moon here also showcases transformation and intuition. This also showcases your wishes as well. And what else does it showcase? Manifesting. So over the next 7 days you are manifesting. I also really do feel what's really interesting, again, when I'm posting this video, there's going to be a full moon. What a full moon's all about. It is about manifesting. It's also about releasing, right? Releasing things from your past and really just being very, very present with what is and being okay with what is as well. So yes, your intuition is going to be very, very high. And of course we've got here also the rose quartz crystal, which is to do with love and also to do with healing as well. So I feel many of you here want to manifest a strong love, and you've also got the love heart there as well. Okay, you've got here drive safe, I need you here with me. That's really interesting because I see traveling, and again we have the bicycle there as well. So you might be going to meet some loved ones or relatives or someone very special. So I see here, you know, drive safe or bike safe or walk safe, because I see here some form of traveling. We've also got the bus as well, so you might be taking, for example, public transport maybe. This is also a school bus, right? So we did mention children as well, and for those of you that have children, this is about you, you know, looking after them or, you know, being busy with them essentially. It's quite interesting. It's got the school bus, but again, you know, there's a lot of traveling that we're picking up on. So I do see you being quite busy here with your travels. Butterfly is transformation. Again, this is also about manifesting. It's also about your inner personal growth as well. Sometimes you outgrow certain people, places, and things, and that's okay. So I do see you really growing a lot. I see here you being quite active, perhaps on social media. You've got some hashtags there as well. So, you know, take that as it resonates, because some of you may not be on social media. I see a lot of you are. We've got here the crown, which also represents you know what this represents to me? This represents to me like Royal Mail, which is the postal service here in the UK. But aside from that, you know, the crown here is really about you feeling finally strong within yourself. And this King of Swords energy, which we have right there, right, with the crown. So this is really about you taking care of you and putting yourself first for once. Got here the dragonfly as well. You know, again, the butterfly also represents travel along with the dragonfly as well, you know, having those wings as well, having that support. You've also got here as well the Libra charm, which is all about balance as well. Okay, which I think is very, very interesting. This can also mean legal documents and signing legal documents or making, you know, some big perhaps purchases where signatures are required. So it's interesting that you've got that, but you've also got here balance in the scales. And for some of you, you might really be focusing on perhaps your weight as well, which is very interesting that that's coming through because you've got drink tea and dance as well. So some of you might really be thinking about either losing weight or just weight management in general with your body. That's quite interesting that we've got that. You might be a Libra, you may know a Libra. Okay, that's what's coming through. So got the ring here as well. Many of you again are really focused on manifesting strong love, but a love that is in tune with your personal growth and transformation as well. I think that's really important here. It's not just any kind of love, right? You've also got here I'm not sure what this sport is, but it shows here teamwork, right? So to me, I feel like you're really trying to make yourself be on the same team as yourself, you know, not fighting against yourself. Wow, okay, you got the fork here as well. So yeah, for sure, you know, as I mentioned, you might be eating, we're trying to eat really healthy over the next 7 days. So you've got the fork here, you might be cooking your own meals, but we've definitely got here, well, we know for a fact you're going to be eating over the next 7 days, so that's definitely a prediction that's going to come true. Got the monkey here as well, you know, we've got the energy of children, so you may also feel like a child, you know, very, very playful, very active, you may feel really good, or you may be playing with children, okay, so that's, or both maybe. Got here mermaid as well. Okay, so this is really about you embracing that your inner self and really feeling strong and comfortable with how you are within yourself and not feeling ashamed of who you are. This is really about you embracing all of those beautiful aspects of yourself that make you so rightly you. Okay, and I think that's really special here because mermaid is very, very special. It's also about being comfortable with your emotions and your surroundings, as we see with this 9 of Cups. So we've also got here the safety pin as well. So this is about safety and really going towards people in the next 7 days that you trust. I don't feel like you're going necessarily completely out of your comfort zone here, because the Hermit here shows you being in your comfort zone and surrounded by yourself. So this safety pin here is showing you mainly surrounded by people that you can trust and mainly being in your routine. I don't think you're going out of your way necessarily to be surrounded by people that you don't know. Okay, so it's just something that's coming through here, unless you obviously have to. We've also got the cat here as well. This is about personality and again playfulness, right? As we see there as well. You've also got the paw print as well. So again, this can also, you know, paw prints remind me of like when you go to places where you see like, you know, the footprints and you go, oh, you know, like I wonder who's been here before. So it's interesting you got the forest there as well, because this can be, you know, mean like going in nature and seeing those footprints and kind of like following them, or things like that. But it is a paw print of a dog, you know, so again, it's that sense of loyalty also to yourself. Got here hope as well, like you having faith, manifesting, having faith. And also you got the key here as well, so you hold the key to some of these beautiful, beautiful things. You may not recognize it right now, but I think in time you'll realize that you had much more of a part to play in all of this. And you've also got the bow as well, so this is really about like things finishing up and tying up as well, and knowing that great things are going to manifest and come your way. It's just about really having that belief towards yourself and knowing that it will happen. So the next 7 days is full of lots and lots of different things. I see here lots of activities, definitely you staying quite active as well. In that sense, there is some there's some transport energy coming through there as well, and quite a bit of transformation and playfulness. You know, it's a real mix of energies. And so that is what I'm seeing for you, group number 2. Now, if this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course my intention items, which are on Etsy, as I mentioned. And definitely do take care. And yes, I'm going to pop those charms back in here. And definitely do take care. And now we're going to move on to the next group. Oh, it's got some crystal residue. Okay. Alright, group number 3, let's have a look and see what we have coming through for you the next 7 days. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you click on this video and you want to watch it, that's what it's for. And also, just want to say as well, going to be doing a charm reading, so do stay tuned for that. We've got this fiery pink crystal. I'm just going to move this to the side, and your card here is Roots. So let's see what messages we do have. Let's start first of all with the Lover's Oracle card. Just feel very drawn to it, mainly because of the coloration as well. We've got here finances and career. I'm going to get one more out, and we've got here engagement. Okay, let's go to, just move that along a little bit. Let's go to your self-care cards. Oh, we've got a lot. We've got like an entire chunk, but I've already seen this one and it says beauty ritual. Look, even if you are a male, okay, there are always things, I'm sure, that you can also do. It's not always just about all those feminine things, unless of course you want to. There's no harm in doing so, but I just know that there are some men, who would just never paint their nails. Let's be very honest about that. But there's nothing wrong with that if you love it, of course. Everything is for, everyone. Okay, so let's continue on with the rest of the cards. Let's grab one of these, and then I'm going to also get some tarot out as well. It's just I know that when, cards like that come out, some of you are like, Moonlight, that's not really for me. But, the thing is, beauty ritual is also about massages. It's also about face masks, pampering yourself, taking like a nice relaxation for yourself. There's so much in a beauty ritual, in all honesty. So it's not just about makeup and nail polish. It can be, but there's so many other things as well. So just keep that in mind. So this is the message we have. Okay, tarot. I'm aiming for 3 cards. Okay, well obviously not. My cards have a mind of their own today, in all honesty, but that's okay. So what we do have is the 3 of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, King of Pentacles. Okay. 2 of Wands and Judgment. Let's just place that right there. Ta-da! Okay, so these are all your cards. You're probably thinking, finally, Moonlight, you can start talking about these cards. I know, same. Okay, so you've got here Roots. Roots are very, very important, and I will go through this card a little bit later on, but I do feel here that this Roots card really, really is very strong with the King and the Queen of Pentacles. If you look at the King and the Queen of Pentacles, you will see that they have a lot of roots around them, right? Not only within their own personal inner stability, but literally with the leaves and the flowers and the things that are growing around them here as well. There's a lot of roots, right? So the interesting thing here is that some of you might literally be planting seeds, right? Like literally, like physically planting seeds for interesting fruits, vegetables, or flowers. Some of you might literally be planting seeds in regards to your future. So I see a lot of deep-rooted work that is happening here over the next 7 days. For some of you, quite literally, might be doing some gardening. For others of you, you're doing spiritual gardening, and you're really trying to manifest the things that you want in your life, and you're trying to make things happen. So finances and career is a very, very interesting card for sure, because many of you are working on these aspects. It says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. This is so, so significant, because what I do see is that perhaps you're dealing with someone who is a little bit cold towards you, or a little bit withdrawn because they are really focusing on their finances and their career, or this could be vice versa. Perhaps you're just taking a bit of space for yourself so that you can figure out your career, so that your love life can also benefit from it. Perhaps you're really focused on that aspect. I also see here a lot of energy in regards to just wanting things to be balanced here between you and someone else as well. So remember that your financial and your career aspect of things can be really affected by your emotions, and so that's just something to keep in mind over the next 7 days. You might be a little bit up and down, wanting stability in this area of your life, and it could be affecting sort of your love life as well. Now, what's really interesting over the next 7 days is we have here engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of engagement. This can mean that essentially you're feeling so much stronger with your person. Remember, it's like up and down, okay? So it's not completely down here with the finance and career card. It's up, and it's also a little bit, so just keep that in mind. But things are getting stronger between you and another person. For some of you, it can literally be an engagement. It can literally be an engagement. It can literally be something like, boyfriend, girlfriend, or actually, being able to date this person, being with this person. Some of you might be engaged already, which I think is interesting, because you've got the King and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, you've got both here, which to me is definitely showing that there is real love that is present in this situation. Now, if you're completely single, this is giving you a glimmer of hope. It's showing you that it's very much so possible that it can also enter into your future if you were to manifest it now and to plant those seeds now. Remember, we reap what we sow, and I think that that's also a very, very important message here. Is some of you might be quite literally sowing seeds of a connection that maybe you're always having to chase. Well, then, is that really the kind of roots and the stability that you want? Those are questions to also ask yourself as well, because some of you might be wondering, well, where's my engagement? But then ask yourself, are you the one always chasing this entire connection? Are you the one always doing the work in this connection? Are you the one always putting forth the effort? That's really, really important to ask yourself, because if you are, then maybe it's not as equal as we see here. Right, so it's just something to ask yourself, because the King and the Queen of Pentacles here shows a lot of maturity. It shows a lot of stability, and it definitely shows here a lot of that self-awareness and integrity as well. So I see here that's the kind of connection that you are most likely wanting to manifest. So just be aware of the seeds that you are sowing, and whether it really is what it is that you would like in that sense. So I think that's really important. Judgment here is ruled by Pluto. It's about making decisions. Again, like I said, be mindful of the seeds that you are planting. I think that's really, really, really important, because sometimes we think we want something, but actually it could be very, very different. So judgment here is about making those conscious decisions. I see you making a lot of decisions actually over the next 7 days. I feel like the next 7 days are quite heavily focused on finances and career. I also feel like you're really thinking about your love life, and for many of you, you're wanting your love life to get stronger as well. Judgment here is also about you making lots of decisions, perhaps also in the work environment or in education. The Two of Wands here is about you perhaps thinking, I want to take a trip here, or I want to do this, or I want to go here, or I want to go there. So the Two of Wands is you perhaps really thinking about places that you want to go, places you want to visit, because it is about traveling as well. We also have the Three of Cups, which is about socializing. So over the next 7 days, perhaps you meet up with some very close friends or with close family members who you would regard to as perhaps, being very close to you. So you have got the Three of Cups there as well. This Roots card is really connected to your heart. You want stability, you want happiness, you want love. It's so, so obvious, and you're wanting to connect to this on such a higher level in the next 7 days. That is your big focus here. And I also see here, finances and career really go hand in hand with the King and the Queen of Pentacles. Like, you want stability on all fronts, and that is something you're really, really wanting to do. So some of you could be complete workaholics in the next 7 days, and that's something that's really coming through. But make sure you rest, okay? This rest card is very, very important. Rest is also about regaining energy. So definitely do rest, make sure you get that rest. Also got here number 12, connect with fire. You might be doing a ritual with fire where maybe you're writing down all the things you want to manifest or all the things you want to release, and then you burn that piece of paper. You might be having like a bonfire night, or you might have like a campfire or something like that, which I see here. Or you might be putting on the fireplace if you do have one, or have like a fake fireplace, which, by the way, you can actually do on YouTube. You can actually go on YouTube and type in fake fireplace and have like your own fake fireplace on your computer or your phone. It's crazy, you can. So there's something about connecting with fire here, which I think is very, very interesting as well. You might be doing a barbecue, who knows, there's that kind of energy here as well. Now, your last message is Sintamani. I am the wish-fulfilling gem by which you shall experience your true bliss. Let go and trust in the abundant nature of my generosity and grace. Your desires shall be met. Isn't that interesting? Because engagement literally is about your desires sort of being met at a higher level in terms of commitment, but also in terms of your personal goals as well, which we see there as well. Okay, so they're kind of all interrelated. So you shall experience your true bliss. I mean, that is something we're seeing here, right? You will experience what it is that you want to experience. Let go, right? So again, that's sort of like healing, releasing energy that we see there, where you're manifesting your true goals, in the abundant nature, as we see there, and also nature as well. Nature, like literal nature. Of my generosity and grace, your desires shall be met. So what it is that you want in terms of your personal stability, those desires will start to perhaps pop up in your dreams and your goals. Your dreams and your subconscious, where your goals are quite literally coming true. So you might have a dream where things are already really good. You know what I mean? And it's showing you that things are going to get better for you. So, what I see here with this beauty ritual is treat your body also with care and compassion. Look after yourself. I think it's really important. Beauty ritual is also about maybe moisturizing, your hands as well. Looking after your hands, cutting your fingernails, taking care, manicure, things like that as well. Very, very significant. So yeah, that's essentially what I see here. For you, group number 3. Let's do the charm reading as well and see what's coming through. Okay. So we've got here, so much of me is made from what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. Wow, isn't that really interesting? So there's definitely, a love message here, is that this person to you is very unforgettable in many ways, and you've learned a lot from this person. They've actually brought a lot of stability into your life regardless. So there's definitely a lot of learning here as well, but I definitely feel like you're asking yourself the questions as well, is this really the right person? And that kind of an energy is coming through. It says here, every journey starts with one step. Okay. So that's very interesting. We have got a journey there as well, but this is also about the transformative journey as well to get to that King and Queen of Pentacles energy. You've got here also 2 E's as well, which I think is very, very significant. 2 E's. Now this can be initials as well in names. It could be initials to do with perhaps career related or finance related activities or decisions that you have to make. So you got EE. You got the leaf as well. So again, very much so to do with roots and of course change and transformation, right? Leaves fall off trees at a certain point in time, but it's beautiful. It's nature, right? It shows that letting go can also be very, very beautiful. So this can be, other aspects of your life that maybe you're holding on to as well. That's really interesting. You got all these leaves. It's also about growth and development. You've also got this gun here as well. Obviously, I never advocate violence, but this gun is also very much so about being on target for your personal goals as well. This key here is also showing commitment as well, so there's definitely something about that that's coming through. Commitment and also unlocking your goals and unlocking the next level. You've also got here, oh wow, okay, so this bottle opener is definitely, something to do with celebration. Three of Cups is also known to be a card of celebration as well. So you might be actually celebrating an engagement of somebody else. There could be a party or a celebration. So you have got here the bottle opener. Obviously, we have got a pandemic, but everyone, lives in different countries, and different countries right now have different rules. So, just want to say that as well in a responsible manner, but yeah, that's really a celebratory kind of energy. And then you've also got here the green crystal, which represents the heart chakra, and we've got a lot of matters to do with the heart, opening the heart, being present with the heart as well. I noticed we haven't really got very many charms, so I'm going to take another little dip. Okay, so this is round 2. Okay, so look, you've got the globe as well, again, which we've got right there. We've got that little globe being held. So again, there could be some trip that you're taking. Doesn't necessarily have to be long distance. We've got also the hot air balloon. Up and away we go. This is very much so about letting go, and it's also about, again, connecting to matters of the heart and really taking care in that sense. You've got a heart here as well. Okay. You've also got here the tag, which says token. Could mean something to you. Perhaps you go somewhere where you get a token, or you're going to, I don't know, a fair, maybe. I mean, to be honest, I don't see many fairs being open around this time, but it's also about, where I live, we have this arcade place where you can get tokens as well. So somewhere like that where you collect and get tokens. Do you know what I mean? We've got also a saxophone, music related as well, so you might be really into music over the next 7 days, or downloading new music that you like, exploring new music that you like. I know I do that a lot on Spotify. I just go through all the unique playlists. I love the playlist actually on Spotify, and they have this on there, which is Good Energy. It's my favourite playlist because I find also on that playlist it's not so heavily one genre. It's just really good, happy, fun, nice music. I just really like it. It's not heavily love related or heavily pop, because yeah, I just kind of like that good energy music. Anyways, I also love jazz as well. That's interesting. So you might be into that kind of music that's relaxing. You got the cat here as well, which is about personality. It's also about resting and sleeping. Just saying, okay, do take care of yourself in that sense. We've also got here Om. Okay, so again, perhaps you're also meditating or really chanting that when you are feeling frustrated or just really, really overwhelmed at times. We've also got here the flamingos. This is about being strong, being brave, just being really in your own vibrational frequency, and just being you know what, yeah, I am special, I am amazing, I am a flamingo, I have my own personality, my own style, my own traits. This is also again about really looking after yourself as well with that beauty ritual card. We've got here the sun as well, which is really lovely. Okay, so a lot of positive aspects are surrounding you. We've also got here the arrow as well, right? So this is about things looking up, getting better. The arrow is pointing forward always, whichever direction it's going in, whichever direction you hold it in, it's always pointing. Well, yeah, it's pointing down, but it's still always pointing towards something. There's always going to be something. It's when one door closes, another one will open. It's like when we make a decision in our life, there's always going to be something else that will appear. It's not all of a sudden everything just goes black. I mean, sometimes, we feel like everything is just black, but actually, fate generates another series of events, right? Life doesn't just randomly, close up on us. There's always something else, it always points towards something else. So that's really interesting here, that you've got those energies here. It's really interesting, double E exists in that sort of like queen energy, which I think is very prominent there, and also in Korea as well, you've got double E, which I think is very interesting. So yeah, that is what we have. Group number 3, this is your reading. Take care, stay safe. Really hope it helped you. Don't forget to check out the description box below in the information box below, and do take care as well.